Alright, hello. Welcome to what might be a shorter video, but hopefully is really helpful and informative. So I just posted my video about visiting Santander, Spain, and I wanted to kind of overview the budget aspect. I feel like it's kind of hard to find realistic budgets, at least for a college kid, to look at before you go somewhere, because everyone's budget is different, and I feel like for college kids to be not only studying abroad but also traveling while abroad, it's a tight budget. So I wanted to review how much I actually spent while abroad in Spain for 3 days. So first off, food. I spent around $82-ish on food. We did eat out quite a bit, but we had a lot of breakfast and a couple of dinners at our Airbnb. Shopping, I spent about $12, so nothing crazy. I wasn't, it was mostly just postcards and random kind of stuff. For transportation, that was a big chunk of my spending, all things considered. It was around $30. The transportation itself is not that expensive per bus once you get into the city, but what's more expensive is getting to and from the airport. We were late for our flight, so we did end up having to pay for an Uber that was $20 worth of that. Transportation is really cheap in Spain, but I would just say plan ahead, because we did have a couple of experiences where we were trying to get somewhere and the buses were just late or canceled, or just they weren't coming to that bus stop, so we ended up having to take our last minute emergency Uber, which made up most of that $30. We spent a little bit on a ferry to Somo, which was only $5 or something, so that also went into my transportation section. Events, we spent $5 on tickets for the castle, and that was it. That was it. In terms of getting to and from Spain, my flight was $160 round trip. We took Ryanair, and we didn't have any extra bags or anything. It was just, that was it. It was just our little bag, and that's it. So $160 for a flight was not too bad, considering it was round trip. The total cost of our accommodation was $55 per person. We did split a huge Airbnb, so it was a lot more expensive, but we split it between 6 or 7 people or something. So all things considered, it was $55 for all of our nights that we stayed there, which is not bad. That brings us up to a total of $344. That's not too bad, I don't think. For the number of days that we stayed there, it's not that bad. I think for the amount that we ate out, even though we did make a lot of our food at the Airbnb, we definitely could have approached eating in a better way. And I think that if we had eaten at our Airbnb a little more, it definitely would have been lower, because food was $80 in and of itself of that budget. So it was not that bad, all things considered, I think. And for it to stay under $500 for a weekend trip was great. I definitely spent a lot more in London, although like I mentioned in my other video, the Santander vlog, I do think that it would be a lot different of a price point if we had visited a more central city like Barcelona or Madrid or something like that, but that was my total budget for a weekend in Spain. So not too bad. If you have any questions about how I budget, or any questions about studying abroad, about what it's like to be abroad and then go visit other countries as well, I'm planning to make a couple more videos concerning the immigration process and how I'm able to travel while abroad and getting in and out of the country, IRP cards, stuff like that. Really nitty-gritty, fun, super exciting stuff, but I think it is really important to know if you are considering studying abroad, especially in Ireland. If you have any questions at all about the study abroad process, about USAC, about Spain, about any of it, let me know. I would be happy to answer, and I will see you next time.